So, you want to buy an Airbnb in Park City, huh? Well, I have two questions for you. One, are you a cash buyer? And two, what's the goal of this property, this Airbnb? Because if your goal is to have positive, reoccurring monthly cash flow and you're mortgaging this property and you answered no to question number one, then we're gonna have a bit of a problem. And here's why. No Airbnb rental, vacation rental, luxury vacation rental will positive cash flow in Park City, Utah, if you are getting a mortgage on it. The only way it will positive cash flow is if you are a cash buyer or you can put at least 70% down. Now that sounds like a lot of money, but if you can't do that, you're not gonna have positive reoccurring monthly cash flow. And here's why. Because Park City is a luxury ski resort vacation destination. Our properties, our real estate prices are very, very high. So if you're looking at the Canyons Village, you want to buy something for 1.5 million, maybe $2 million, and you're thinking you're just going to Airbnb this thing out and make tons of profit on it, then I have to let you know that is not the case, unless you're a cash buyer. Here's the reason. There are a lot of fees associated with owning vacation type rental properties. And if you're mortgaging this property and you're only putting down like the 35% that's required to have an investment property, then you're gonna have a huge mortgage. And Park City is not a stable 12-month rolling Airbnb market like Miami or a beach town. Seasonal. We're super slammed in the winter. December through March, you will probably be very booked. But come April, come May, you might have zero vacancy. June, you might start to pick up again. July, you might have good vacancy. August, it might start to slow down. September might start to slow down. October, we're slowing down. We're not having that much vacancy. November, we don't have any vacancy till the ski resort opens and the holidays. So it's very up and down. It's not a 12-month stable rolling market. If you're buying an Airbnb and you're mortgaging it, then you need to know your numbers like the back of your hand. You need to call property management companies around Park City and ask them what the nightly rental rate is and what's the going rate for each time of the season. In the wintertime, what do you think I can expect to make? How many nights a year do I need to have this property rented out in order to make a profit? And if they're telling you that April and May are gonna be dead, that's 60 days out of the year that you're not gonna have any income. So are you prepared for dry spells? Are you prepared that it's a little bit riskier to just kind of fingers crossed hope we're gonna have a good ski season and you're gonna make bank on your Airbnb and it's gonna be booked solid through the ski season? Well, here's another thing to note. There's a lot of competition in Park City with nightly rentals. There are a lot of people short-term renting their properties out. There are a lot of property management companies in Park City and there's a lot of Airbnbs. And all you have to do is go look for that on the internet. You kind of jump into the Airbnb thing and you didn't really look at the numbers and you didn't realize how high the HOA fees were, that there was a master association fee associated with it, the utilities, the insurance, the taxes. Do you have to furnish this property? Do you have an interior designer on this property? And you're paying the property management company a 35% split? So you know, our property management companies take high splits here, anywhere from 35 to 60%. That's standard. Now, if it's an even higher end property, they could take 70%, such as the Hilton at the Waldorf. If you're looking at a hotel condo type property, because you're like, I don't want to maintain this property, Nicole. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I live in Florida. I live in New York. If a light bulb goes out, I want them to take care of it. I don't want to take care of it. Well, then you're going to be paying for that. Property management companies market your property. They clean it. They make sure it gets booked. They take care of the repairs. They take care of the maintenance. Now, if it's in a hotel, they do those things too. So you're going to be paying a little bit more money. Now, are there property management companies that charge less than 30%? There are. I know a few that charge actually 20%, and I can put you in touch with them. But if you are looking for an Airbnb, don't come to me and ask what the nightly rates are. I am not a property management company. I am a real estate agent. I handle the negotiations. I tell you where you're gonna make a good investment, to talk about the areas of Park City. I don't handle the bookings or the nightly rentals or what kind of profit you're gonna get on this. That is your job. I can be the source of the source for you, but all of my clients who want investment properties or Airbnb type properties, I always let them know the harsh reality that you might not get a positive cash flow out of this property, depending on how much the property costs and how high the HOA fees are. So if you are planning on mortgaging a property and you're looking for an Airbnb in Park City, you really need to half your budget and half the HOA fees. That becomes really difficult because we don't have a lot of stuff for sale for $400,000 or $500,000. You're gonna be in a studio or a one bedroom and it's gonna be 500 square feet. So if that's not the problem because you're like, hey, as long as I'm getting cash flow out of this, it doesn't matter. But if you wanna use it and you're not okay with a little 500 square foot, one bedroom, one bathroom, or a studio where the bed comes out of the wall, then we're gonna have a little bit of a problem. So can you be cash? Can you figure out how to be cash? Because you're not gonna make any money if you're mortgaging a property and you're buying in Park City, Utah. There has been no properties in the last 15 years that have probably made a positive cash flow with somebody who took out a mortgage on it. The numbers just don't add up. So go through and know your numbers. What exactly can this rent out for annually in case the nightly rental thing goes south because we have a bad winter and I can't get people in the property? It's a very strong possibility. If we don't have a good winter or they cancel the Sundance Film Festival because of COVID, because of the pandemic, people aren't traveling, that hurts your Airbnb/nightly rental income. You want to be able to use it occasionally, then you're going to be losing money also because you're not paying to use your property. So most of the time, Airbnbs are only good for people who can pay in cash or they just want a vacation property. They're not concerned about monthly return and positive cash flow. They just want a place to have as a vacation property or second home, and they just want to rent it out sometimes when they're not using it to put a little bit of cash in their pocket to offset some of the fees that are associated with owning vacation properties, like your HOA fee and your property management fees. Now, if you're on board with that, then you're golden. But if you're not on board with that and you want an annual return, this property is an investment property, then why are you looking at luxury vacation rentals in Park City? You need to be looking at duplexes or apartment complexes or commercial. Those are the things that produce a positive monthly cash flow, not vacation rentals that are $2 million that you're taking out a $6,000 mortgage on for the month. Things are not going to positive cash flow. So here's the numbers that you need to do and you need to look at. You need to look at the HOA fees. Is there a master association fee? What are the taxes? What are the utilities? What does the HOA fee include? The insurance going to be on the property. Are there any buyer transfer fees? In Park City, we have a lot of buyer transfer fees. What are your closing costs for this property? Is it a new construction property? Because if you're buying new construction, planning on Airbnb-ing it out, new construction, new builds, they are twice as much as something that you are buying that is a resale, okay? New construction has a whole different rep fee. It has a whole different amount of earnest money they want you to put down. And then they want you to also put a bigger lump sum of money down as you get farther along in the process. So just kind of note that about new construction if you're looking at new construction. What is the goal of this property? Is it to put cash in your pocket? A lot of times, when I show people what property can actually put cash in their pocket in Park City, they're not interested in it because they also want to use that property and they don't like that property. More of like a rental property that produces income. It's not a luxury vacation rental. So we need to get clear on our goals. And that's what you can expect when you're buying an Airbnb in Park City, Utah. Figure out your goals and figure out what you want. Because if you want this to be profitable and you're not paying cash, you're not going to make a profit each month. It's going to be like owning real estate. So will it be a good investment? Absolutely, but it will be a good investment for the long haul. If you plan on holding onto this property for 5 years or more, you could buy something for $2 million. It could be worth $5 million. So if you're not seeing that future outcome or that long-term investment possibility, then maybe buying a vacation property in Park City is not for you. You should be looking for more rental investment opportunities where you could rent it out annually or a different market where it's more of a stable 12 rolling market. A couple of websites that are really awesome for this that I'm going to drop and I'm going to share in another video. Hey, my name's Nicole Bowdle and I'm a local real estate agent in Park City, Utah. Let's check out this playlist next. I make awesome and useful, helpful content. So if you're interested in Park City, all things real estate, please hit the subscribe button and smash the like button.